Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this afternoon's final session of the Swim England North East Regional Championships, taking place here at the John Charles Centre for Sport in Leeds. This afternoon we've got a fantastic selection of finals for you joining us on the live stream. We've got the finals of the girls 400 metre individual medley, the boys 200 metre butterfly, girls 100 metre backstroke, boys 100 metres breaststroke, girls 200 metre freestyle, boys 50 metre freestyle, and finishing up with the girls 50 metre breaststroke finals. So we're not far away from the start, just giving the officials time to get themselves sorted, and then we'll be ready to go. So just waiting for our swimmers to come down the poolside for the first event, which is event 151, the girls 11 and 12 years, 400 metres individual medley final. Just some final preparations going on in venue, just while we wait for the swimmers to make their way to the start end, ready to braid on for the finals. So swimmers just making their way down the poolside, ready to start for the first final, which is the girls 11-12 years, 400 metres individual medley. Strong City of Leeds presence in this first final. Some incredible swims from them this morning, I'm sure will be certainly repeated. Just some final preparations going on in the corner, just prior to the swimmers making their way onto poolside. So just a reminder for those events that we've got coming up this afternoon: the girls 400 metres individual medley, boys 200 butterfly, girls 100 metre backstroke, boys 100 metres breaststroke, girls 200 metre freestyle, and finishing up with the finals of the boys 50 metre freestyle and the girls 50 metres breaststroke. We are struggling a little bit with Wi-Fi bandwidth here at the John Charles Centre at present, so apologies if we're coming through in a little bit of a grainy fashion. We are working on it. Thank you to those who've mentioned that over Twitter. So fantastic. I think we're just about ready to welcome the swimmers formally to poolside. And I will hand over to our announcer in venue. So a strong 12-year-old lineup in this 400 metres IM. 6 of those swimmers from the city of Leeds, city of Sheffield, Tynemouth, Grimsby and Middlesbrough. Just over 13 seconds separating the top to bottom of this final. But as we saw in the heats, anything can change through the duration of this event, depending on where the specialisms for the individual swimmers lie. So coming in to the first turn, it is Iona Logan of the city of Leeds turning first. In a close fought field though, as she comes down that second 50. In lane 6, stretching away, City of Leeds, Lauren Smith. Really breaking away on this fly leg. Still a relatively tight field at the 100-metre mark. Lauren Smith turning on a 1:12.9. Iona Logan 1:14.22. Just a reminder, if you are supporting any of these swimmers that are in the pool at the moment, or you've got teammates coming up in the competition, do tweet us, #SwimNortheast. Let us know who you're supporting and where you are. So still maintaining that lead is Lauren Smith, City of Leeds. And those top 3 swimmers, well, in fact, possibly even 4, names 4, 8 and 6, touching in quick succession with one another, still jostling for that lead. So on the breaststroke we see Libby Freeman of Tynemouth just trying to break away from the City of Leeds swimmer Iona Logan on her right hand side as she comes down this 50-metre stretch. Strong field from the City of Leeds on both sides of the Tynemouth swimmer. She turns onto the second 50 in the breaststroke. Really interesting to see how this field changes shape over the different strokes. Lauren Smith from the City of Leeds on her right, really was at the front of the field on the butterfly and backstroke, with Libby Freeman now coming back strong on the breaststroke. And it is Libby Freeman touching just first there in a 4:10.63, followed by Lauren Smith of the City of Leeds, 4:10.9 as they go into this last 100 metres freestyle of this 400 metre individual medley. Libby Freeman for the moment from Tynemouth, still maintaining that lead. However, the two City of Leeds girls, Iona Logan and Lauren Smith, either side, still not letting that lead stretch too far. And it is now Lauren Smith, the City of Leeds, just got her feet to the wall first on that split time at 3:50. As you can see there, 7 or 8 100ths of a second splitting them, nothing at all. It's really going to take these girls to dig deep now on this last, going into the last 25 metres. And I think it's potentially going to be, if she can hang on, Lauren Smith of the City of Leeds, but that battle for second still goes on. And I think it is just waiting for the times to be confirmed there, just while they move around. I think there was just a slightly softer touch in lane 1. So that is Lauren Smith, City of Leeds, takes first place in 5:22.41. Just waiting for these to be confirmed, of course. Iona Logan, City of Leeds, 5:23.02 in second. And Libby Freeman, Tynemouth, 5:23.12. taking the third place. Just pending those to be formally confirmed. But some very strong swims from those ladies in the centre lanes. And there we have the confirmed result. Lauren Smith, City of Leeds, 5:22.41. Iona Logan, City of Leeds, 5:23.02. And Libby Freeman from Tynemouth, 5:23.12. So we now move to next final, which is the girls 13 years, 400 metres individual medley. No swimmer in lane 3, so that's no Grace Conroy of the City of Sheffield. Fantastic start from lane number 4, Annabelle Wilkinson, City of Sheffield. Had a fantastic swim, multiple events this morning, really showed her dominance. And she's doing the same here up in lane number 4 in the red hat of the City of Sheffield. Annabelle Wilkinson turning there 31.65. A good 2 seconds clear of second place Molly Fisher, Rotherham Metro, turning on that touch in 33.69. But really stretching away Annabelle Wilkinson there from the city of Sheffield, really making this fly leg her own, with pure clear water between her and the next swimmers. Wonder, as always, is that gap going to change over the breaststroke and backstroke legs of this IM? Second place really being fought over by lanes 8 and lane 2 at this point, but strongly coming back are lanes 6 and 5. Two yellow hats, the City of Leeds swimmers Niamh Carroll and Leah Schlosslen. So really stretching out her lead now, Annabelle Wilkinson, City of Sheffield. Just under 8 seconds between her and the current second place swimmer, who is Niamh Carroll of City of Leeds. An absolutely incredible swim from lane number 4. Qualifying time for this 5:13.63. And in fact, in her age group, Annabelle Wilkinson, if she was to pop herself in the 14-year final, which coming up next, she'll be well within the mix. I think she'll be the 4th fastest swimmer in that heat. So just shows you the absolute speed of this swimmer in lane 4, Annabelle Wilkinson. So really excited to see what time she posts at the end of this final. Obviously, we do have possibility of things to change, but she seems to be absolutely storming down the pool, with the City of Leeds swimmers battling out for that second place. Lane 5, Leah Schlosslen and Niamh Carroll, both of the City of Leeds, just turning there in 3:21.59. So hugely impressive swim, really, from these top 3. Absolutely incredible. You wouldn't expect the field to split up so much in a regional final. So split time at 300 metres, going into front crawl for Annabelle is 3:57.57. In second place, Leah Schlosslen of the City of Leeds, 4:05.54. So again, maintaining that 8-second lead, which she has done certainly through the latter parts of this 400-metre IM. So just a reminder to those watching, Annabelle's qualifying time for this race, 5:13.63. So the question is, can she best it? It's a fantastic time anyway, without improving that at all, but I'm sure she'll be gunning for that in this final. So City of Leeds swimmer Leah Schlosslen posted an entry time at 5:17.51, and her teammate Niamh Carroll in lane 6, 5:26.45. So we shall see when these ladies finish how they've posted against their entry time. But looking at this, Annabelle coming in, absolutely fantastic swim from her, finishing in a 5:08.66. So just under 5 seconds off that entry time, or the qualifying time, apologies, for that final. So stunning swim from the City of Sheffield swimmer Annabelle Wilkinson. Coming in second, Leah Schlosslen of the City of Leeds, 5:18.50. And third, Niamh Carroll of the City of Leeds, also with a 5:24.08. Just waiting for confirmation on those. And for the remaining swimmers, just to come in lane 7 and 9. And Katie Stobbs touching in there with a 5:45.18. So those times, looking at the in-venue board, have been confirmed, so they will be coming across on the stream to you shortly. Oh, a slight technical problem there, so we won't be able to bring you those, but I'm sure we'll be getting those back up to you very soon. But just ready to go with the next final, the girls' 14 years 400 metres individual medley. So on your screens is the start list for the 14 years 400 metre individual medley. Certainly Bradley in lane 4 will be out to best her strong performance in the heats this morning, and Kyrgios Hodgson, also of the City of Leeds, up in lane 5. Coming in to the end of the first 50 metres seems to be Martha Bradley, City of Leeds, establishing that lead, turning in 31.25. Faye McDonough, Borough of Stockton, 32.43, is turning second in lane 2. But it is, as expected, a very strong swim for this first 100 metres from Martha Bradley, City of Leeds. It's very strong in the heats. Over all of the 400 metres, I would say. So interesting to see if she can best the times that she came in to the finals with. So turning second there, Ella Cooper of the City of Leeds. But in lane 6, Amelie Turner, City of Leeds, again just pushing Ella Cooper on the backstroke. Whilst Martha Bradley just maintaining that body length or two ahead. She gets ready to turn into that second 50. Turns in a 1:48.12, followed by Ella Cooper, 1:50.23. And Amelie Turner, 1:50.51. Ella Cooper has closed up that gap a little bit to Martha Bradley from the City of Leeds, her teammate. So Ella Cooper, lane 3, really pulling it back. Getting up close to half a body length back now on Martha Bradley. Both of these swimmers showed quite a strong breaststroke leg in the heats. Amelie Turner, City of Leeds, in lane 6. Still pushing through. Certainly coming back on those two girls is lane 5, Kidius Hodgson, City of Leeds, and Faye McDonough, Borough of Stockton. They are not out of the mix just yet, going into this second 50 of the breaststroke. Lane 5, Kidius Hodgson really coming back and eating up that gap between herself and Amelie Turner, fellow teammate at the City of Leeds. As we see there, Martha Bradley really powering into that breaststroke as she turns into the final 100 of this 400 metres, turning in 3:58.7. Ella Cooper turning second with Kidius Hodgson, make up some great ground on that breaststroke leg to turn in third. Coming from about 5th over that last 50 up to the 3rd place. See if she can maintain this now on the front crawl as she comes down potentially to take that bronze. So turning there, Martha Bradley comes up to the last 50 metres front crawl. Looks to be at this final turn, Ella Cooper turning first, second. Kidius Hodgson turning third. Those 3 lead swimmers still battling for those positions. Amelie Turner, City of Leeds, not out of the frame just yet. But it is Martha Bradley storming home there. Fantastic swim from her, dominant throughout. 5:01.91. Her entry time 5:02.41. A bit of an improvement there, which is fantastic stuff. Second, Ella Cooper, City of Leeds, 5:10.33, and Kidius Hodgson taking the bronze to complete the 1, 2, 3 for Leeds in 5:10.42. So congratulations to the City of Leeds once these are confirmed. But a stunning swim from those 3 swimmers over this 400 metre individual medley. Fantastic work, girls. And we have the confirmed results for event 153, the 14 years 400 metres individual medley. And showing you there 1, 2, 3 for the City of Leeds. 1, 2, 3 and 4 in fact. Fantastic work from them. So this is our first final in the 200 metre butterfly, the boys 11 and 12 years. Thomas McDermott of Middlesbrough, William Morris also of Middlesbrough, and Luke McGee, City of Sunderland, taking up those fastest 3 spots. But truly anything can happen in these finals. Just over 15 seconds splitting them on paper. But it is amazing what can happen in the finals of any particular event. So coming into this first turn, it looks to be lane number 4. And it is Thomas McDermott, Middlesbrough, 34.34. Followed by William Morris, his teammate at Middlesbrough, 35.39. Picking up the third touch on that turn was Luke Gilliver. Doncaster Darts out in lane 0, 35.58. So could we have in store a potential shake-up on this 200 metres butterfly? Lane 0 going very well. Got lanes 3 and 5. Luke McGee, City of Sunderland. William Morris, lane 5 from Middlesbrough. Still maintaining those top 3 spots at the moment. But Luke Gilliver maintaining that 4th place. Can he maintain it for the remainder? If he can, it'll be a fantastic swim. So William Morris in the gold hat. Oh, apologies. Thomas McDermott of Middlesbrough in the gold hat, turning in 1:54.66. Closely followed by William Morris, his teammate of Middlesbrough, and Luke McGee, City of Sunderland, 1, 2, 3, once again on that final turn. Up in lane 7, Joshua Parker, Hartlepool. Just pushing up into that 4th place. Over lane 2, Charles Simpson, Chester Street, really getting his head down. But in lane 4, Thomas McDermott, Middlesbrough, touching home in 2:32.97. So just under 2-second improvement. William Morris of Middlesbrough touching in the 2nd position in 2:36.95. And Luke McGee, City of Sunderland, 2:37.35. Some great swims there. Charles Simpson, lane 2 from Chester Street, touching in 2:42.28. And there we have the confirmed result. That's Thomas McDermott, Middlesbrough, taking gold. William Morris, Middlesbrough, 2:36.95. And bronze going to Luke McGee of the City of Sunderland, 2:37.35. Fastest swimmer in this final, the boys 13 years, 200 butterfly, is William Baines, Borough of Stockton, in lane number 4. He has the fastest entry time for this final by over 9 seconds, so we'll see if he can maintain that in the final. Should be a wonderful finish if he does over this 200 metre butterfly. And even in just his first 50 metres, he looks like he is really going out there to establish this lead. Rest of the pool coming into the wall pretty much in a straight line. Let's be looking at lane number 6. But it is Robbie Thompson, Borough of Stockton, that turns in second. But William Baines, Borough of Stockton, seaming away at this 200 metre butterfly. 5 to 6 body lengths ahead now, absolutely fantastic. So he turns in 1:06.07. With Jacob Grierson, Borough of Kirk Leeds turning in 1:12.25. Matthew Cairns, Durham City, 1:13.17. Followed by Elliot Watkins of the City of Leeds, 1:13.53. So those positions 2, 3, 4 and 5 are very tight. Less than a second splitting them. But it is William Baines of the Borough of Stockton who is coming down this final 50. Absolutely clean water ahead of him and behind him, it seems. So the battle is on for that second and third spot. So in lane 3, Elliot Watkins, City of Leeds. And lane 6, Jacob Grierson from the Borough of Kirk Leeds fighting it out for that one. But just coming in to finish. Now, an absolutely wonderful swim from William Baines of the Borough of Stockton. 2:20.48. Bests his qualifying time for the final by just under the second mark for him. So he'll be pleased with that. Coming in second is Matthew Cairns of Durham City, 2:29.72. And third, Elliot Watkins, City of Leeds, 2:32.11. So just waiting for those times to be confirmed of the boys 13 years 200 metre butterfly. So just a short delay there, I believe, while there's some times ratified. Before we move on to the boys 14 years 200 metre fly. That will lead us into the finals of the 100 backstroke for girls. And we do, I believe, have the venue times confirmed here. So we are now ready to move on to the boys 14 years 200 metre butterfly. We have the start list for the boys 14 years 200 fly final. Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez from the City of Leeds heads up this final with an entry time of 2:20.33. Should be an absolute beast of a final. Several of these swimmers posting fantastic heats times to qualify for this final. So it will be a real battle for those gold, silver and bronze medals for the 14-year age group. Turning first, it is Isaac Ripley of the Borough of Stockton in lane 2, 30.84. So no one swimmer particularly having it all their own way at this stage. But it does look a little bit like lane number 2, Isaac Ripley, Borough of Stockton, just edging forward a little. There we can see that as he comes in under the flags. Don't admit how strong these boys are going to be in lanes 3, 4 and 5. That is Ben Shelton of the City of Leeds, Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez, also of the City of Leeds, and Nathan Bunkle of Harrogate. They are the 3 fastest qualifiers in this heat. So they will certainly look as they are doing now. Lane 4, Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez of Leeds, starting to really stretch out, but not pulling away too much, so I think we could be in for a fantastic final 50 metres of this 200 butterfly final in the 14-year age group. Turning there, Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez does turn first in a 1:43.14, followed by Ben Shelton, City of Leeds, 1:43.16, just under 0.2 of a second separating those. You can see them there, the 3 yellow hats. 1 of the Harrogate swimmer, Nathan Bunkle, 2 of the City of Leeds swimmers, Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez and Ben Shelton. But it does look like lane number 5, Nathan Bunkle, might just have the edge coming in to this final 10 metres. And it is Nathan Bunkle, 2:18.84. Followed by Ben Shelton, City of Leeds, 2:19.91. And Adam Strickland of Gates and Wickham, 2:20.39, with Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez coming in 4th place. Now we have that confirmed result. Gold to Nathan Bunkle, silver to Ben Shelton and bronze to Adam Strickland. Fantastic racing from those boys in the 14 years butterfly. So now we crack on with the 100-metre backstroke finals, just allowing the officials to get their ledgers into play. Whilst they do that, we will welcome the swimmers to the poolside.
Our next final is the girls 11 and 12 years, 100-metre backstroke. In lane 0, we have Iona Logan from the City of Leeds. Lane 1, Chloe Ward from the Borough of Stockton. Lane 2, Libby Freeman from Tynemouth. Lane 3, Libby Monday from Grimsby. Lane 4, Evie Dilley from Middlesbrough. Lane 5, Sophie Bromley from the City of Sheffield. Lane 6, Olivia Martin from Lincolnshire. Lane 7, Jessica Riley from Harrogate. In lane 8, Rihanna Sorion-Sod from the City of Sunderland. And lane 9, Philippa Bromley from the City of Leeds. You are now under the control of the referee.
So this begins our first final in the 100-metre backstroke, the 11 and 12-year girls. Start list is on the stream for you. Evie Dilley going fastest in this one in a time of 1:10.87. And they're off in this 11 and 12 years backstroke final. Fantastic underwater phase there from Evie Dilley, putting her certainly head and shoulders ahead of the field. Coming into that turn, we're looking at lanes 1, 2 and 4. Coming into his first 3 positions, so Evie Dilley turning in 33.61. Libby Freeman from Timer, 34.44. And it looked to be Libby Monday of Grimsby turning in 3rd. A strong swim from these 2 swimmers leading out from the rest of the pack. Looking in at lane number 2, Libby Freeman of Tynemouth coming back against lane number 4, Evie Dilley of Middlesbrough. Could be either of these ladies at this point. It's just who's going to get the touch. It is Evie Dilley from Middlesbrough, 1:09.71. Silver to Libby Freeman of Tynemouth. Very close finish for those two on the final touch. And bronze to Sophie Bromley, the City of Sheffield, in a 1:11.58. Just waiting for those times to be confirmed, which indeed they are. So gold to Evie Dilly, Middlesbrough. Silver to Libby Freeman of Tynemouth. And third and bronze medal to Sophie Bromley of the City of Sheffield.
Our next final is the girls 13 years, 100-meter backstroke. In lane 0, Lola Barals from Tynemouth. Lane 1, Agatha Scott from Harrogate. Lane 2, Madison Keveler from Weir Valley. In lane 3, Sophia Basaraba from the City of Bradford. In lane 4, Annabelle Wilkinson from the City of Sheffield. Lane 5, Isabel Hextall from Kingston upon Hull. In lane 6, Lara Thompson from the City of Leeds. In lane 7, Beth Wall from Grimsby. Lane 8, Sophie Johnston from Newcastle. And in lane 9, Louisa Iverson from Harrogate. You are now under the control of the referee.
So there we have our lineup for the girls 13 years, 100-meter backstroke. Fastest is Annabelle Wilkinson, City of Sheffield. Back in here after just swimming in, I believe, the 400-meter individual medley final. Absolutely storming away with that. Let's see if she can do something extra special here as well. Certainly been one to watch so far in this competition. Good underwater start from her in lane 4. However, not to be shaken off. 2 lanes up from her. In lane 6 is Lara Thompson of the City of Leeds. So important, the underwater phases in this 100-meter backstroke. Really making the most of that underwater phase, getting as far as you can, as quickly as you can. So again, Annabelle Wilkinson, City of Sheffield, turning in 33.43. This swimmer really is one to watch. She is fantastic. She's shown sheer strength this morning in the heats, doing multiple events. Looking at those second place positions, really a cross-section of 4 swimmers. Looking at lane 2, 3, 5 and 6. Could be any of them at this stage. So it really is getting a leg kick in. So that is Annabelle Wilkinson coming home to touch in a 1:07.92. Second is going to go to Sophia Barazba of the City of Bradford. With third going to Lara Thompson of the City of Leeds, 1:10.61. Very tight finishes on these backstroke finals. And confirming the result there, a gold for Annabelle Wilkinson, having a great meet. City of Sheffield, 1:07.92. Silver to Sophia Basaraba of the City of Bradford, 1:10.36. And bronze going to Lara Thompson of the City of Leeds, 1:10.61. So a strong field coming through in this girls 14 years 100-meter backstroke. Charlotte Thompson is another swimmer that's on a lot of events today. Kidias Hodgson, City of Leeds. She is the fastest qualifier in this final with a 1:08.77. Just over 3 seconds splitting these 10 lanes. So Kydius Hodgson of the City of Leeds goes into this backstroke final as the fastest qualifier. Can she repeat that and take gold? We shall see. Amelia Robertson from Tynemouth and Charlotte Thompson are Loftus Dolphins either side. Some very strong entry times from those girls. Great underwater phase from lane 0, Amy Heron of Tynemouth. Certainly breaking the water ahead of the other girls. Amy in lane 0. Great to see if she could maintain this, Amy Heron, down in lane 0. Fantastic start from her on this first 50. Not missing out on Amelia Robertson, her teammate from Tynemouth, up in lane 5. Turning first in 32.50. Haven't had the time pop up for lane 0, but her colleague and teammate Amy Heron of Tynemouth was up in the mix as well. Looking across the pool now as they come down this final 50. Still the Tynemouth swimmer Amelia Robertson stretching out in front. But we do have lanes 5 and lane... There we are, lane 5. Amelia Robertson of Tynemouth touching in 107.70. Kydius Hodgson, City of Leeds, touching in second, 108.81. And out in lane 8, come back from that lane, Ella Bainbridge, Cleethorpes, 108.98. Great swim from her to come in and touch in third. Just waiting for the confirmed times there. And they are indeed confirmed. So gold, Amelia Robertson of Tynemouth. Silver, Kydius Hodgson of the City of Leeds. Bronze, fantastic swim, Ella Bainbridge, Cleethorpes, 108.98. So we move into the boys 100 metre finals in breaststroke. Start list there for the 11 and 12 years. Thomas Wilkinson going in 4, City of Sheffield. Thomas goes in as the fastest qualifier in this event with a 1:21.46. But a strong straight line of swimmers coming down this first 50. Could really be anyone's. Really down to this second 50 and how this field pans out. But looking at this, we've got 2 red hats in lane 4 and lane 6. And it does seem to be that the City of Sunderland swimmer, Alfie Maguire, 37.48. And in fact, Thomas Wilkinson as well, the City of Sheffield swimmer, 37.48, turned together. So the red and white hats turned together. It's amazing how we'll show you one thing on these cameras and tell you certainly a different thing when they touch the pads. It's amazing how deceiving it can be. So looking at the pool now, we've got lane 4, Thomas Wilkinson, City of Sheffield in 4. The other red hat, a couple of lanes across, Jack Widley from AFS Hartlepool. He is potentially just going to take this. Fantastic swim from him. Lane 6, strong finish. Just waiting for these times to be adjusted. Just Popped up the wrong one there. So it looks like Jack Ridley, AFS Hartlepool 1:19.57. Second, Thomas Wilkinson, City of Sheffield 1:20.26. And third going to Alfie Maguire of City of Sunderland. And there we have the confirmed result. First, Jack Ridley, AFS Hartlepool. Second, Thomas Wilkinson, City of Sheffield. And third, Alfie Maguire of the City of Sunderland.
We now move on to the boys 13 years, 100 metre breaststroke.
So the next event will be the 100 metre breaststroke for the 13-year-old boys.
In lane 0, Morgan Swirls from Derwent side. In lane 1, Billy Anderson from Rotherham. In lane 2, Elliot Watkins from the City of Leeds. Lane 3, William Baines from the Borough of Stockton. Lane 4, Christian Ryan from Tyndale.
Christian Ryan goes into this race with a time of 1:14.05. That is 6 seconds ahead of his closest competitor. So both swimmers in lane 3 and 5, 1:20.4 and 0.6 their entry times. So huge 6-second gap for this swimmer. So he could be in store for a fantastic boys 13 years 100 breaststroke final. So keep an eye on that green hat of Christian Ryan of Tyndale. 1:14.05. Fantastic entry time. We don't have a competitor in lane 1, Billy Anderson of Rotherham. Fortunately not present for this final. But we see Christian Ryan of Tyndale, as expected, starting to push away. But going with him is lane number 3. That is William Baines of the Borough of Stockton. Interesting to see whether Christian Ryan stretches out that lead or whether William Baines goes with him. 6 seconds is a lot over this 100 metre breaststroke, but it could be that there are some huge PBs in store based on these qualifying times for the final. But Christian Ryan absolutely steaming away in that green hat for Tyndale. Second looking like it's going to be William Baines of the Borough of Stockton. And third, lane number 5, Ben Croft of Stocksbridge. There we are, Christian Ryan, fantastic swim from him, 1:13.95, best his entry time by 1/10 of a second. Fantastic at that level and in this final. So second going to William Baines, Borough of Stockton. And it looks like lane 0, Morgan Swirls of Derwent side, coming in to take the third place in 1:20.88 from the outside lane. You have some changes to the times, so just bear with us while they are qualified. So yes, we do have 2 disqualifications. One, Dominic Mathias of City of Leeds and Morgan Swirls of Derwent side. That changes first to third. Christian Ryan, Tyndale 1:13.95, stays where he is. William Baines, Borough of Stockton, 1:16.80, takes the silver. And Ben Croft of Stocksbridge in bronze, 1:21.10. So some interesting outcomes in that final. But congratulations to those medalists. So now we move on to the 14-year-old boys 100 metres breaststroke.
And in final is the boys 14 years, 100 metre breaststroke.
So we welcome on these 14-year-old boys for the 100 metre breaststroke final. should again be a fast-paced 100-metre breaststroke, with Ryan Zhao going in lane 4 with a 1:12.19 as an entry time. Incredible times. Ryan Zhao's another lad that's had quite a lot of swims today and has been keeping the performance up there. The same with Emilio Paniagua, Gutierrez of the City of Leeds. Certainly been topping out in all of the events he's been in. And with quick succession as well. So we will see how this pans out in the boys 14 years at a 100-metre breaststroke. Ryan Zhao 4, Barnaby Houth Osborne in 3. Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez goes in 5. Seemed a bit slow on the start on lane 3. He seems to be up there with them now. Barnaby Houth Osborne of Sheffield City. Seems to be lane 4, Ryan Zhao. Gates and Wickham. And it is Ryan Zhao turning in 33.69 of Gateshead and Wickham. Followed by Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez of the City of Leeds. And Adam Tilling on his shoulder from Guisborough, 35.02. They are staying pretty close together down this final 50. Ryan Zhao stretching away from Gateshead. Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez, City of Leeds, stretching that stroke out. Can he get back? But lane 6 as well. Emilio really stretching. Can he take it from Ryan in these last 10 metres? I think he's possibly going to. He does. Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez, fantastic finish from him. 1:12.53. Touching in first, Ryan Zhao of Gateshead and Wickham, 1:12.71. And Aidan Fothergill, Team Jorvik coming through at the end there, 1:13.38. Taking that 3rd place. Just waiting for the times to be confirmed. But some incredible swims. Some really exciting racing this afternoon that we're being treated to at these North East Regionals. So there we are, the confirmed times. Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez coming back there to take gold in 1:12.53. Ryan Zhao, silver, Gateshead and Wickham, 1:12.71. And Aidan Fothergill, Team Jorvik, 1:13.38, takes the bronze.
Our next final is the girls 11 and 12 years, 200-metre freestyle. In lane 0, Megan Sharp from the City of Leeds. Lane 1, Byron Chesters from Tadcaster. In lane 2, Iona Logan from the City of Leeds. In lane 3, Lauren Smith from the City of Leeds. In lane 4, Evie Dilly from Middlesbrough. In lane 5, Ashley Bailey from the City of Sheffield.
Some of these swimmers in this girls 11 and 12 years 200-metre freestyle have swum 1,500 metres this morning and other events. So I'm quite in awe at the moment that they're still going. But this is what they train for. So we're ready to go with the girls 11 and 12 years 200-metre freestyle. So Evie Dilly of Middlesbrough going in for 2:18.7. Fastest competitor in this final. Followed by the City of Leeds, Lawrence Sheffield, and the red hat of the City of Sheffield, Ashley Bally, the other side of her, with times of 2:20. Really strong underwater phases from these girls. youngest of which being Isla Jones, lane number 9, 11 years old, from the city of Sheffield. So turning at that first 50, it is Evie Dilly of Middlesbrough, 31.91. Followed by Ashley Bailey of the city of Sheffield, 31.95. And Lauren Smith, city of Leeds, 32.92, as we'd expect in the spearhead formation. But it's not set in stone, it can change. So lane 6, Pearl Lightwood, is starting to make a break for it as well. Coming down, along with lane 5, Ashley Bailey, city of Sheffield. So Evie Dilly turning first again. Pearl Lightwood coming up the ranks, coming into the second position, turning in 107.29. But still a solid block of 3 swimmers there, first, second and third. But we do have lane number 3 coming back, Lauren Smith, city of Leeds, in that yellow and blue swimming hat. Really coming up to challenge for those top 3 spots with the girls that have been in those positions in the first 100. Really showing good race planning and strategy here for Lauren Smith. But is it going to be enough on this last 50 to take potentially bronze or even silver off one of these girls at the front? Looks like it may be. Pearl Lightwood, Middlesbrough, in lane 6. Can she maintain? I think she may do, but lane number 3 coming back very strong. And we've got a battle going on 4 and 5. It is Evie Dilly of Middlesbrough, 2:16.54. Ashley Bailey of the city of Sheffield, 2:16.75. And Pearl Lightwood did hang on in there. Fantastic swim from her. Showing great guts and determination from Middlesbrough, 2:18.88 to touch in third place. Just confirming those positions and times to confirm the medals in the 11-12 year age group. And it is Evie Dilly, Middlesbrough, 2:16.54 that takes the gold. Silver to Ashley Bailey, city of Sheffield, 2:16.75. And bronze to Middlesbrough's Pearl Lightwood in 2:18.88. So the start list for the girls, 13 years, 200 metre freestyle, is up on the stream for you. And we are away in this 13 years, 200 metre freestyle. Not a huge amount splitting this field, so we should see it staying pretty much neck and neck right up until the finish, depending on how these swimmers attack this race. Looks to be Hermione Rowe, City of Bradford, lane 5, turning first, 30.21 on this first 50. To her right in lane 6, Millie Foster of the City of Sunderland, and to her left, Grace Conroy of the City of Sheffield in the red hat. Expect Grace to probably come back on this third 50. So turning first there is Hermione Rowe, City of Bradford, 1:03.79. Followed by Grace Conroy, coming up into second from the City of Sheffield. Just fending off City of Sunderland's Millie Foster for the time being. As suggested, Grace Conroy pushing back into this third 50 before the final turn. Really interesting to see the fight between these two girls on this last 50 metres. And in fact, lane 6 coming back incredibly strongly along with 7. I think looking at the front 3, it's going to go right up into the wire with these two girls. Lane 5, Hermione Rowe, City of Bradford. Lane 4, Grace Conroy, City of Sheffield in the red hat on the left. And the City of Bradford swimmer on the right. It really is going to go up to the touch on here. Look at the girls coming underneath the flags, neck and neck. It really is going down to that touch, stroke for stroke. And it is going to be Hermione Rowe. Fantastic finish, got the hand to the wall. 2:12 dead for her. Grace Conroy, City of Sheffield, 2:12.22. Some great swimming there. Millie Foster, City of Sunderland, 2:15.08, taking the third place in that 200-metre freestyle final. There we have the results list. Gold, Hermione Rowe, City of Bradford, 2:12 on the nose. Silver, Grace Conroy, City of Sheffield, 2:12.22. And bronze, Millie Foster, City of Sunderland, 2:15.08. Some fantastic finishes there to take home those medals.
Our next final is the girls' 14 200-metre freestyle. In lane 0, Alexandra Woodhead from the Borough of Kirklees. Lane 1 is Izzy Winter from Newcastle. Lane 2, Emily Turner from the City of Leeds. Lane 3 is Emily Reeves from the City of Sheffield. Lane 4, Millie Baldwin from the Borough of Kirklees. Lane 5, Lucy Headley from Tynemouth. Lane 6, Ella
This is a very strong field of 14-year-old girls that we have in the 200-metre freestyle. Millie Balding, familiar name from this weekend's competition, Borough of Kirklees, 2:08.55, taking her to be the fastest qualifier in this final. Izzy May Reeves, City of Sheffield, and Lucy Headley, Tynemouth, 2:10 entry times. Sure to be set up for a fantastic final here. Don't forget Amelie Turner, the outside lane, City of Leeds. Good start in lane 3 for Izzy May Reeves, City of Sheffield. Tynemouth's Lucy Headley just edging away. But it all could change going into the 4 lengths this 200-metre freestyle. Being very smooth and controlled going into that first turn. It is Millie Balding, Borough of Kirklees, turning first in 29.83. 2 100ths behind her is Lucy Headley of Tynemouth, 29.85. So really up together on this first 50, as perhaps we'd expect. But will things change over this next 100 metres? So it looks like Millie Balding stretching ahead about half a body length. Lucy Headley of Tynemouth, Izzy May Reeves, City of Sheffield, pretty much shoulder to shoulder for that second and third place. But in those outer lanes, Ella Cook, Tynemouth, and Amelie Turner, City of Leeds. Can they come back coming in to this final 50? Looks like lane 2, Amelie Turner. I'd say she was one to watch at the beginning of this race. She's had some fantastic comebacks, fantastic strategy in her racing. Really enjoyable to watch. And look at this, shaping up to be a fantastic finish. So lane number 4, we have Millie Boulding still in that first place for the time being. Lucy Headley not letting her away though from Tynemouth. Really going to be down to the wire. I think it may be that Millie Boulding can just hang on to this one, and she can. Millie Boulding 2:07.54. Fantastic swim there for those two girls. 2:07.70 for Lucy Headley. Both improved on those qualification times for the final. And third, Izzy May Reeves, City of Sheffield, 2:08.91. And there are the confirmed results. Gold, Millie Boulding, Borough of Kirklees, 2:07.54. Lucy Headley, Tynemouth, 2:07.70. And bronze, Izzy May Reeves, City of Sheffield, 2:08.91. Some absolutely brilliant racing in this girls' 14 years 200-metre freestyle final.
Our next final is the boys 11 and 12-year-old 50-metre freestyle.
Now we get ready for the fast and furious 50-metre events. First up's going to be the boys' 50-metre freestyle, followed by the girls' 50-metre breaststroke.
In lane 0, Jack Ridley from Hartlepool. In lane 1, Luke McGee from Sunderland. Lane 2, Callum Broadhead from Doncaster Darts. Lane 3, Henry Comfort from Whitby. In lane 4, Alfie Maguire from Sunderland. Lane 5,
Alfie Maguire is a name we've seen several times today.
Lane 6, Tony Watson from Kingston.
Very strong in the events he's been in.
Lane 7, Adam Drummond from Sheffield City. Lane 8, Max Russell from the City of Sheffield. And in lane 9, Joshua Hughes from Doncaster Darts. You are now under the control of the referee.
And we're away in this 50-metre freestyle. Splitting apart the field a little bit more at this 25-metre point. Looking to push away Alfie Maguire, City of Sunderland. I think he is going to take this. Half a body length as he comes under the flags. Is lane 5, Thomas Maxwell from Derwentsside going to take it? No, he's not. Alfie Maguire, City of Sunderland, 28.79. Faster than his entry time. Fantastic work from him. Thomas Maskell, Derwentsside, 29.02. And Luke McGee out in lane 1. City of Sunderland, 29.69. Taking the third place. The confirmed result there. First, Alfie Maguire, City of Sunderland, 28.79. Thomas Maskell, Derwentsside, 29.02. And Luke McGee, 29.69.
Our next final is the boys 13 years 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0, Harry Courtney from Tyndale. In lane 1, Cohen Stevenson from Doncaster Darts. In lane 2, Gav Livingstone from Ashlington. In lane 3, Kenneth Ewan from Sunderland.
So we have no Harrison Neeland of Rotherham Metro in lane 9 for this final. And they are away in this 13-year final. Good underwater phase from lane number 3. Used it more than his competitors in the other lanes. But what a swim from lane number 4. Cameron Green, City of Bradford. Is he going to take this? Lane number 5, William Baines, Borough of Stockton, really fighting right through to the touch. I wouldn't like to call that either way, as the times haven't been confirmed to me yet. So we are just waiting for that first place confirmation. It does look like Cameron Green, City of Bradford, took it in 27.19, with William Baines second, Borough of Stockton 27.24, and third Kenneth Juan of City of Sunderland taking the third place.
Our next final is the boys 14 years 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0, Adam Strickland from Gateshead of Wickham.
So in this 14 years 50-metre freestyle, there are some familiar names that will have just swum. Had a quick turnaround for this boys 50-metre freestyle. A couple of those. Thomas English from Chester Street. Several swims today. Ryan Zhao, another one. Fantastic swims recently. Emilio, lane 6. Just swum, of course, in the last boys event. Fastest entry time for this event. Lane number 4, Thomas English from Chester Street, 26.12. Lane 5, Ryan Zhao, Gateshead and Wickham in the blue hat. 2 to watch. Very strong swimming, very strong swimmers in this boys 50-metre freestyle. And there we are, looking as they come down that halfway point. It is not done by any stretch, but Ryan Zhao really asserting some dominance there. Thomas English, Chester Street, not letting go though. And lane number 3, Harry Nicholson from Chester Street. And it is Ryan Zhao, 25.95. Thomas English second, 26.02. And third, Harry Nicholson, Chester Street teammate, 26.26. Confirmed results are there. Gold, Ryan Zhao. Silver, Thomas English. And bronze, Harry Nicholson. Some fantastic fast swimming in those 50 metres. We now move on to the breaststroke for the girls 11-12 years, 50 metres breaststroke final.
Our next final is the girls 11 and 12 years 50-metre breaststroke. In lane 0, Iona Logan from the City of Leeds. In lane 1, Naomi Parker from Gateshead of Wickham. In lane 2, Tasha Rickleton from the City of Leeds. In lane 3, Olivia Martin from Lincolnshire. In lane 4, Violet Hibbell from Middlesbrough. In lane 5, Sarah Hedges from Grimsby. Lane 6, Olivia Hidiat from the City of Leeds. Lane 7, Isla Williams from the City of Leeds. Lane 8, Molly Green from the City of Leeds. And in lane 9, Maggie Wilson from Tynemouth. You are now under the control of the referee.
This is our first final for the girls 50-metre breaststrokes. And 12-year start list on the left of your screen. Violet Herefield of Middlesbrough seeded fastest in this, 36.81, an astonishing time there, fantastic in the 12-year age group. All 12-year-olds in this field. So lane 5 and 4 at this point. Sarah Hedges, Violet Herefield, as they were on paper, pushing that front field to the wall. But looking at lane number 2, Kasja Rickleton, City of Leeds, it is Sarah Hedges, Grimsby Aquatics that takes that 36.51, brilliant time. Violet Herefield, Middlesbrough, 36.79, takes second. And Kasja Rickleton, City of Leeds, takes that third place. Those results are confirmed there. Sarah Hedges, Grimsby, 36.51. Violet Herefield, Middlesbrough, silver, 36.79. And Kasja Rickleton, City of Leeds, 37.10, taking the bronze. Well done to those girls. We now move on to the 13-year age group.
Final is the girls 13 years, 50-metre breaststroke. In lane 0, Katie stops from timeout.
Again, some familiar names here that we've seen in other events today.
In lane 2, Lara Thompson from the City of Leeds. In lane 3, Jenna Dougal from Derwentsside. In lane 4, Hermione Rowe from the City of Bradford.
Hermione Rowe, lane number 4. Fastest seeded competitor, 35.59. Fastest
Lane 7, Sienna Hoshi from the City of Leeds.
in the pool at this point.
Jasmine Campbell from Tynemouth. And in lane 9, Penny Hobson from the Borough.
Taking into consideration the 14-year age group, she's actually the 4th fastest qualified for the final overall, so that's really impressive. So swimmers coming down in a pretty much straight line. Looking at lanes 4 and 5 breaking away again, but lane number 1, Jennifer Law Harrogate, keep an eye on her coming towards the finish. But lanes 4 and 5, lane number 4, Hermione Rowe, showing just why she qualified fastest in this 13-year final, touching home in 35.27. Jenna Dougal of Derwentsside, 35.95. In that second place, Georgia Lee, Borough of Barnsley, 36.63. Taking those top 3 spots. And the results list has been confirmed there. Hermione Rowe taking gold, City of Bradford, 35.27. Jenna Dougal, Derwentsside, 35.95. And Georgia Lee, Borough of Barnsley, taking the bronze, 36.66.
Our final today is the girls 14 years, 50-metre breaststroke. In lane 0, Emily Rook from the Borough of Kirklees. Lane 1, Ellie Burke from South Tyneside. In lane 2, Martha Bradley from the City of Leeds. Lane 3, Leah Smith from Sedgefield. In lane 4, Rebecca Keatley from Middlesbrough. In lane 5, Kadish Hodgson from the City of Leeds. Lane 6, Eve Linton from Grimsby. In lane 7, Sorette Williams from the Borough of Stockton. In lane 8, Millie Ellicott from Loftus. And in lane 9, Megan Kirkman from York. Under the control of the referee.
This is our last final of the first day of competition at this North East Region Championships. Start list for the 14-year age group. Rebecca Keatley, fastest in lane 4 from Middlesbrough. Kadish Hodgson, familiar name there in lane number 5, City of Leeds. In these age groups there have been some change around, so these fastest seeded competitors may not be the ones that go home with the medals. We've seen that this afternoon already. A few swimmers shaking things up, which makes for some exciting viewing. Looking here, Rebecca Keatley of Middlesbrough, looking to really stretch out in this 50 metres and assert her dominance in this 14-year age group for 50-metre breaststroke. And she is going to take that quite comfortably, 35 dead for that 50-metre breaststroke. Fantastic swimming from her. Silver Kidius Hodgson making the podium from the city of Leeds, 35.82. And third, Leah Smith Sedgefield, 36.03, taking that bronze. Just looking at that, 100th of a second separating third and fourth. This is how close it gets. Confirmed result there. Gold, Rebecca Keatley of Middlesbrough, 35 dead. Silver, Kidius Hodgson of the city of Leeds, 35.82. And bronze, Leah Smith from Sedgefield, 36.03. So that does conclude our finals for today. So we are just looking to start the sessions tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. So we look forward to having you join us then for session number 3, which starts tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Have a lovely evening.